What's happening, Cancer? What is good? This your fave, Lana G coming back at it again. You know what? Hey, if you're here for the first time, I welcome you. And if this is your second time, what's happening? Thank you. I already shuffled, prayed, asked for protection for whoever is here. So let's just jump right into it. I said this time I was going to do the cards on air. So you can see this is for the energy that's coming up for the weekend for my cancers. Let me see, Cancer. All right. I like big cards and I don't like a lot of cards. You know, I think over 75 too many. 100 is too many. But anyway, this is for Cancer. All right, Cancer. This is letting me know that you are moving on. Okay? You packing your bags. You like, you know what? You're sailing on to more safer and calmer waters. This is letting me know that you could be ascended. So maybe, you know, you are getting messages from ancestors because I'm seeing like these little birds here. And this is letting me know that your ancestors are communicating. Maybe you got a nudge and or some guidance to say, hey, you know what, your chapter here is done. You learned all the lessons that you needed to learn. And now it's time for you to move on. Right. And you know what? You get in recognition. You could be getting an award. You could be graduating. So congrats. You number one. You are number one. Don't let nobody let you know or tell you the two or the three. Because you number one. Okay? That's too many cards. We ain't taking it. I'm trying to see spirit. Is there any more messages for my beautiful cancers? That is has a body like a dancer. Some of you could be going into the military, getting high honors, or you could be dating someone that's in the military and or that wears a uniform. Bottom of the deck, opposition. So be careful out here this weekend that you don't harm or hurt yourself. There was another deck that I wanted to use, but I did not. Let's use them. Let's use them. We're not going to deviate from the plan, right? We're not going to do that. And make sure, because sometimes I'll be having them upside down. I hope y'all having a great week. This is the energy for my beautiful cancers for the weekend. If you don't mind, drop me a message. What y'all doing for the weekend? What y'all got going on? But look like you definitely moving on from something or someone. It could be a thought, a place, a person, a mindset, because you definitely are ascending, Cancer. And maybe you meditating more too. If not, Spirit is saying that's something that you should do too this weekend as you're moving on. You could be going to get some crystals, you know. I'm seeing that. You doing your hair, I'm seeing the dreadlocks, but make sure you're not doing too much too fast too soon because this girl is like here opposition and somebody could be throwing evil eye towards you and or you know as you're moving out, you know, you don't want to injure yourself as you're moving things out of your house if you having to do a physical move. Okay, all right, let's get it. I got shuffle one more time. Your girl got a little ADHD. All right, then, Spirit, show us what we need to know for my beautiful Cancer. So, yeah, this is letting me know like you definitely manifesting. So, whatever you're going through right now, this is something you brought down from above to below in the ethereal to manifest maybe a move. And you don't necessarily have to be leaving anyone. It just could be time for you to be moving from where you were living. And maybe you move it to someplace nicer, okay? But I'm definitely seeing like you upping your skill set, you're manifesting, and you making things happen. So good for you because we do got the high honor and the achievement here. Tell me what we need to know for Cancer. Now, this Ace of Cups came out in reverse, right? So you could be moving on from a relationship. Maybe you were dealing with someone and now the relationship is unrequited, right? And maybe this is the reason why you're having to leave now, Cancer. Right, we got the Hierophant, right? So maybe before you were kind of like in a period of recluse where you would just stand to yourself. And now that you're out of this hermit, I'm sorry, the Hierophant, maybe this was a relationship. I'm confusing it for the hermit. My apologies. Maybe you were dealing in a relationship that was non-conformist, right? Maybe y'all were just kicking it, hanging out, right? Just dealing with each other, but not really saying you're mine, I'm yours, we exclusive. This is letting me know you are leaving. You're moving on from a relationship where you didn't have any titles. The relationship was unrequited. And it's like you got some clarity. And I'm seeing somebody is out in the cold. You're walking away from someone because maybe you were putting in the work and perhaps this other one wasn't. Maybe you looked at this relationship and just saw potentials, and maybe this person just gave you a whole bunch of illusions, right? So you're like, yo, adios, amigos. Why is this ascending? Okay, they're like, no, we ain't done. But I'm seeing here that you had to be very patient with a situation that had a lot of competition, right? And maybe this person may want to come back. Who knows? But it just seemed like there was a lot of competition, but now it's not. Okay, you are taking now more of a healing approach, and you are kind of like disregarding all the flim flam that came with this, because this Five of Wands is telling me somebody don't want that anymore. I'm going to set that to the side because I don't know if it was coming out with you moving on, but this is telling me it took a lot of patience. It took a lot of energy for you to do something you normally wouldn't do, because it sounds like you was really in it to win it. But this person, if you all didn't have no titles, if this person was still seeing and being with any and everyone else, I could see where you're like, it's not enough room for the queen or the king at this table. So I get it. Tell me, Spirit, about this ascending for my beautiful Cancers. Because I see that you had to go within. It was almost like you got a message from your higher self, from God, the ancestors, saying to you, this ain't it. It ain't worth it. I'm hearing that song by L Boogie. What's her name? Lauren Hill. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it, right? I got the Page of Cups that came out. And this is telling me, I don't know if it came out for this or it just came out because I was shuffling. But you know what? Maybe this person want to come back because this person do have love for you. But I just see like with that fish there, fish stink, and fish is still the same. But back to this ascending spirit. Why is this ascending card here for my beautiful Cancers? Ascending. Okay. Five of Swords. So definitely some changes. It's almost letting me know that you had to come out of like a ego. And I could see that. You know how especially when we know that things are not on the up and up, but we just want it so bad. Like our ego was like, no, this is mine. No, this is mine. And sometimes it just comes to a point where we're like, yo, hey, the best person won. I was gonna say another word, right? The B word, right? That person won. It's cool. I'm good, right? Because I am the prize. So, and I think that's what helped you withstand with you doing all this healing, right? Because the Temperance came out. That Temperance came out. So this is definitely letting me know. I don't know why my cards are just all over the place. It's just all over the place. Um, but with this Five of Swords, this is letting me know that you you had to remove the ego, right? And just say, I had enough. Okay. They said, no, baby girl, right. And then, like I said, and you decided to release. You released your ego. You released the need to have whatever it is that you wanted, and you chose yourself, as you should have, as you should have. And it could have came unexpectedly, because that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the evil eye here. I'm telling you to protect yourself. This Eight of Cups is here. This is letting me know like you might not have wanted to leave, right? And the Seven of Wands is here to the point where you are tired of being defensive. At least that's what I'm getting. Hence, you're choosing you. Okay. All right. Why is this achievement here? And I'm seeing this an achievement because you chose you. You put in the work for yourself, right? Hard work too. And it could be work for education, right? Because you chose yourself. Now, you could also be dealing with something that is very creative, where you are using your intuition, Cancer. You are part of the royal family. Did you know that, Cancer? Yes, you are. So you are very intuitive. Cancer is the mother of the royal family, right? Because you are a cardinal sign. So this is letting me know you are putting in some work. So you're removing your energy out of a relationship or a situation that had you feeling like you weren't enough when you are enough. Okay. Okay. How can the queen not be enough, right? You better tell them what I tell you. You're number one. You're not the two or the three. You're the one, right? Okay. So with that being said, you are now putting your energy, your efforts, your love into you, right? And not only are you putting it into you, you are putting it into other endeavors that you can see the reward. And it could be something creative where it would give you a lot of achievement, right? Where others will notice you. Okay, right. Ten of Cups. So this is letting me know. Tell me about this Ten of Cups, because I'm seeing this is somebody that you once had a family, and it ain't happening like that no more, right? The Empress, something that you, because you're now focusing on yourself. This Empress is letting me know that you're decided to not give to something else anymore. You decided to not birth into something else, and it could have been this family. Hence the reason why you're putting all your efforts and your energy back into you, because this Ten of Cups, this person you had a relationship with, a situationship, a connection, or whatever you want to call it, it wasn't it wasn't fulfilling, right? Maybe you was the only one that was showing up for the gatherings and the birthday parties and the whatever you all were doing on the weekends, and this other person wasn't, right? So you just decided like, okay, let me pull back, because we got the Empress and the Queen of Cups, very highly intuitive women, right? Could have been another woman too, or another person. But I'm taking it as this is you. Is this anything else you want to tell me, Spirit? But yeah, right, this Knight of Swords. So I see that there was some conflict and that there was some fast communication, a lot of tension. But you know what? With this Two of Wands, it's like, yo, you decided, you instead of like not deciding, you just decided like it's me, right? So with this Knight of Swords, there is some communication coming in, but I don't see it moving that fast with this Two of Wands being in reverse, because typically this Two of Wands is like plans and partnerships, but now it's like you're not planning the future in that scenario. Right now, but this is the thing, that something that should have been over is not going to be over, right? So I don't know. That's something you have to decide. Why is this high honor here? Okay, Four of Wands. So you know what? Again, there could tell me about this Four of Wands, Spirit. Okay, stress. Um, you could be feeling some kind of way, Cancer, still, because maybe before I just start saying more, why is this Four of Wands and strength here? Okay. Two of Pentacles. Okay. So you have to decide. You have to decide, because this union, this looked like it was something that someone wanted. You know how you date someone and you with them because of what you all have, like you all have like bills together, share debt, a house together. And it's saying that you take, when I'm looking at this high honor, I'm looking at it, you taking the high road, right? You're taking the high road for your freedom, for your freedom, your independence. And although it took a lot of courage, you still feel some kind of way. Okay, because you still have to make a choice. And the King of Wands is here, and it's telling me that, you know, you need to have the motivation to choose you, right? Right. Especially something that was very toxic towards you, and go within. Okay. That it took longer than I wanted it to.